What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you the best budget shifter on Amazon for under $100 and this is an H pattern shifter. Let's check it out. Alright, so this is the GSTP USB shifter and this is the 6-speed with reverse also, as you can see, and it is H pattern and then it goes also all the way over into reverse. And you're probably wondering what this little spot right here is. It also has sequential also, which I'll show you that. I currently have it mounted to the hardware. It did come with hardware bolts, but of course I had to improvise to get it to mount. To my setup anyways. I had 4 ready, but 2 is honestly just fine. These are pretty heavy duty bolts. I don't expect it. This is actually a very nice quality build. It is built with very nice parts, heavy duty parts, I guess you could say, a nice metal. It's definitely very well. I did end up, I'm very aggressive with this, and when I have nephews and nieces come over and play it, they're kids, so they're very aggressive with it, and I'm very aggressive with it, and it works very, very well. The other thing I also like about the shifter is the knob actually is replaceable with a real knob. So if you have a car that's in your garage that you like, you just spin this nut and then it comes right off. I'll show you how. Take a wrench or you take some pliers right there and you spin it, break it loose, and then it spins just like this. You can see there. And then that little lock nut there spins, and then this ball itself spins and comes off. And then you can actually replace that with a Shelby Mustang or whatever you want. You make it say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever gears that you have on it. You can replace it with an actual real shift knob, which I think is pretty awesome. Which you guys know, I do play Trucking Simulator, so I have an actual Trucking Simulator shift knob here. And it comes with an adapter to where it'll mount there also. And that also works very well with trucking games. Then for the shifter, or the sequential shifter, you take a small little Phillips screwdriver just like this, and you spin that screw, and then this white piece will slide down into the 3rd and 4th gear slot. I'll show you. So it'll look just like that. And as you can see, now you have the sequential. So there's up and there's down. So this is really a kind of a one-stop shop for a cheap budget USB H pattern shifter for, racing sims and things like that. You kind of get all the best of both worlds. They do make this is the 6-speed with reverse. They do make a 7-speed with reverse, which I'm actually wishing I upgraded. I believe I bought this for just $60. I think it's up to like $74 now, but you can occasionally get it on sale. But I got it for $64. Now there is just a few cons to this shifter. One of the cons being that in some games it doesn't recognize it specifically. Kind of like a higher name brand shifter where you just plug it in and most games automatically recognize it, which means you just have to go set it up. So you actually have to go into the settings and shift all the way over and set that as 1st gear, 2nd gear, and you have to go through every different gear. And unfortunately, in some games, you do have to do that every time you play it, so it does kind of become a little bit of a nuisance. But in most games, like iRacing, it works very well with, and I don't have to do that. And in Trucking Simulator, you also don't have to do it in that game. Assetto Corsa is actually one of the only games that I know of that I do have to do that in, but I'm sure there's several others that you have to do that as well. For under $100, I got it for right around the 60 mark. It is a very nice H-pattern shifter with reverse, and you have the sequential option. And there's a little bit of customization to it, where you can actually change the shift knob on it as well, and put another simulator shift knob on it, or a realistic shim knob, whatever you want to do. It's also very nice. So I would say the pros definitely outweigh the cons on it, and this is probably my favorite shifter that you can buy on Amazon. I will put a link to this one as well as the 7-gear shifter in the description below. Go ahead and please check those out if you would like. I'd love to help you guys out. I'll be uploading a video soon on a review of my e-brake as well as all my other gear that I have that you see. There's going to be reviews for it, so take a look for that. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video or found it entertaining or found it helpful. And I'd really like if you really considered subscribing to my channel. I really put a lot of time and effort into my videos, and I really enjoy making them to help you guys out. So please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.